Let's have a series of discussions around being an entrepreneur. I think there's a lot of confusion in the world today about what an entrepreneur is and what it means to be an entrepreneur. And a lot of people are getting confused about the difference between an entrepreneur and a business person. I had a friend come to me yesterday and she asked me for help in obtaining financing to start a business that she wants to begin. The first thing I did was sit down with her and asked her a simple question. What is the reason that you want to start this business? Why? What is the purpose of this? I was glad to hear her answer had nothing to do with money. She never once mentioned money when she was explaining to me why she wanted to do this business. Her answer had everything to do with she wanted to benefit the community around her, the community she lives in, and everyone around her, and she believed that they would benefit from the value that she would provide. She believed she would be providing a value to the community. Right there is difference number one between a business person and an entrepreneur. Business people, money first. They look at the money. Entrepreneurs only look at how can I benefit the people around me? How can I provide value to the community around me? They don't think about the money because entrepreneurs know a secret. When you provide value to your community, when you provide value to people, the money comes naturally as a consequence of providing that value. Business people, they have it backwards. They look at the money. Well, I'm not going to start a business if it's not going to make X amount of money, or I'm going to start a business just because it's going to make money. It doesn't matter if I like or believe in the product or the idea or the business itself. I can make X amount of money. People are making X amount of money. I'm going to start the business. And isn't that what the world teaches, to focus on the money? But they got it all wrong. Being an entrepreneur is not about having your Instagram account and taking selfies and showing, how you're killing it in the world in front of all your fancy cars and fancy homes and all the hot spots around the world. It's not that entrepreneurs don't get to go enjoy those things. It's just that you could spot a true entrepreneur because they don't brag about those things, even if they have them. Because entrepreneurs are concerned about providing value to the rest of humanity, providing value to people around them, and bragging about the shit you have that other people don't have, and trying to make yourself look like you're crushing it, and, pictures with all the hottest chicks and all the cool cars and all the cool stuff isn't benefiting the community around you. It's benefiting no one. That's why entrepreneurs don't waste their time doing those things. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you've got to become expert at two things first. Number one is being able to articulate and communicate the message of your business, your product, or your idea. And number two is becoming an expert at raising capital. You see, entrepreneurs do not waste their time with traditional financing because traditional financing is meant to fit within the box. And guess what entrepreneurs do not do? They do not fit inside the box. And the reason they don't waste their time going to traditional financing is, number one of the points of being an entrepreneur is breaking people out of that box. And number two is traditional financing is not even going to be able to understand what they're looking at when they look at an entrepreneur's idea. So wasting your time with traditional financing, that's what business people do. They go to traditional financing. It's easily quantifiable, their business plan. Entrepreneurs are more about vision and more about ideas and learning how to communicate that vision. And to raise capital, they go to investors. And investors stay away from traditional financing as well. The first thing an investor is going to ask you is, what is the purpose of this business? Why do you want to do it? And they're asking the question for the same reason I did. They want to know if you're doing it for the dollars, if you're doing it for the money, or if you're doing it because you believe in yourself and you believe in your idea and you believe in providing value to people. Because an investor knows when they invest in someone who believes in providing value to the community around them, that increases the odds of them getting their money back considerably. Because those are the most sound ideas that are intended to benefit other people. So when you sit down with an investor or you advertise for investors to invest in you, in your company, you are asking them to invest in you as an entrepreneur. It's a transference of trust. And you will never gain their trust if you cannot convey the vision of your business, your product, or your idea. And they are looking for that. That is how investors vet potential investments. So learning how to articulate your message is step number one, and that helps you achieve step number two, which is becoming expert at raising capital. People think investors will not sign off on crazy ideas. Nothing could be further from the truth. Investors will absolutely sign off on crazy ideas if you can articulate your vision and if you can show them how they will get their money back, how their investment will pay off. So learning how to articulate your message, one. Starting from how do I provide value to the community, number two. And learning how to raise capital. These are the starting points for discussions around being an entrepreneur. You see, business people will not do anything unless there is a guarantee for money. They will not do anything unless it starts from the standpoint of money. You see, entrepreneurs will work for free. They don't care about the money. They believe in what they're doing. They believe in themselves. This pattern is played out throughout history. This is how every great thing throughout history has been achieved. People that come from the standpoint of how is this going to make the world a better place? How is this going to benefit the greater good? Instead of how is this going to benefit me? You see, the world needs more entrepreneurs. The world does not need any more business people. We have enough business people. What the world desperately needs right now is more entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs start with, how can I provide value to my community? How can I provide value to the rest of humanity? Because entrepreneurs understand if you provide the value first, the natural consequence is the money. We'll have more discussions in more videos about entrepreneurship. It's a big subject. It's one I hope that you go down the path of, because like I said, the world can desperately use more entrepreneurs.